What's the feeling like leaving tomorrow going to Vegas for the tournament?
I mean, we're all super excited. It's got that March feel. Me and Cade went to the Big Sky tournament yesterday, and we saw buzzer beaters, so that was really cool. Um, yeah, I think everyone can just kind of feel the buzz in the air, and I think we're in a great spot getting the 2 seed, and we're really excited to get it going.
After winning it last year, you've been eliminated early in this thing too in your career.
Mhm.
What are the takeaways having won it last year that you think maybe are applicable to what you're going to do this year?
Yeah, I don't know. I think the biggest thing is just after you get that first win, trying to respond, get your body right for the second day, then the third day, and kind of stringing them together. But maybe getting that first win can sometimes be the hardest to do, just because you're playing a team usually coming off a game that they've already won. So they can gain some confidence there. But just coming out strong and doing our thing, because last year Nevada almost beat us in the first round, and then we go on to dominate that next game and play really well in the championship. So I think it's just coming out strong in that first game, and the rest will do itself. So
You're a guy who likes to watch a ton of film. Do you start like looking at both, UNLV and Air Force and trying to get a little idea, even though maybe the coaches aren't putting an actual game plan in?
yeah, I mean those two teams are kind of the opposite, like extremes. One kind of sticks to their thing and runs their offense really well, and then the other has just a bunch of athletes who can go get a bucket when they need it. So it's kind of hard to prepare for both of them. I think we're going to focus on ourselves and then watch that game on Wednesday and then prepare accordingly.
Just March Madness. You mentioned you went to the game last night. You're been a fan of this game a long time. You love this time of year.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what about it?
Yeah, I think just being in the mix too is huge for the city. I feel like Boise, we've only been in the tournament 8 times before, so just knowing we're right there on the verge of being a part of something bigger than ourselves is awesome. And I think like a lot of the town can just feel the buzz and start to enjoy that kind of just anticipation for even the selection show, not knowing where you're going or who you're playing. There's just something fun about that to me, and then going to the tournament being a 2 seed is really cool as well. So we got a lot to look forward to, and I'm excited to be on this journey with these guys.
You mentioned watching the game on Wednesday in person. What can you pick up, or what do you specifically look for when you're watching somebody play live?
It's maybe just like what it's looking like out there, who's playing well. Maybe if a team goes up, you start preparing for them, like if they go up a lot. But and then just kind of enjoying it, being able to get that bye on the first day is huge. So enjoying it with your teammates and just preparing and being locked in, getting ready for Thursday.
Can you see something that, if you're watching Air Force and UNLV play live, can you see something you think that you wouldn't see if you were watching them, say, in your hotel room on TV?
Yeah, you can kind of feel the energy in there, and like who kind of has a nice fan base coming out. That can always help. But yeah, I don't think I look for anything like differently in person than I do on TV.
You got the Final Four hat on, and I saw you and Logan wearing one that said March Madness. I don't know if that's something you always do, or this time of year those are the ones you want to go with. But what is it with the hat selection?
I just found this one in my locker right before I came over, so I put it on, and maybe it'll give good vibes for this month. But yeah, no, there's no reason behind it. Just this is one that was in my locker.
Compared to last year's tournament championship team, what do you guys think you have in common with that team, and what's different about this year?
I think we have some things in common. Our defensive numbers are just right around the same place as last year. I think our offense is a little better than last year. We just have a couple more weapons and a little more ball movement than last year. So I do think there's a lot of similarities with how we play and our kind of our game plan situations and stuff like that. But it's a new year, and we're ready to try to do some of the things we did last year in the tournament, and then obviously make some noise in the NCAA tournament.
How far does that experience that you guys bring back to do it again this year go when you get to Vegas?
I think, yeah, it has a lot of experience just being able to go through what we went through last year in both the Mountain West tournament and the NCAA tournament, and trying to build off that, what we did last year, and just having those experiences and winning those games and what it feels like to win the Mountain West tournament. So it's nice to have those under our belt.
When you have a monster game, like you did against San Diego State in the 29-point 30, the next game, do teams guard you different? I'm guessing because they probably keyed in on you the game plan the whole week.
Yeah, sometimes I can tell when they're like in full denial after good games. Like I think after I had that game against Nevada at New Mexico, I could tell they really didn't want me to score. So I think it does depend on who's playing good at the time and stuff like that. So it does have an effect on it.
You mentioned the first game, being a tough one. How tough is that first game to get over that hump in a tournament like this? You guys, like, even before you got here, that first round has been trouble for this program. You guys, like you mentioned, last year, one shot misses, it's a whole different finish to last season.
Absolutely.
What is it about that first game when you do have the bye and the other team kind of gets their feet wet and their confidence and makes that first game tough?
Well, I think you see a lot of that in the NCAA tournament too. Usually a team from Dayton goes on to make it to the Sweet 16. Usually every year it happens. It seems like it happens. So I think you see a lot of that kind of stuff in these conference tournaments. Last night, Northern Arizona won on a buzzer beater. They had a game before that the night before, the exact same thing. So it's hard to win games in March, and someone's going to go home a loser. So it's just you got to try to be that winner. So.
How much prep at this time of year is physical versus mental?
Leon always says 80 to 20, whatever that means. But I think just staying locked in is big, and the coaches do a great job of limiting what we're doing in practice these days just to keep us fresh, and they know we got a lot of games coming, so they do a great job of that, though.
Neutral sites, you're not gonna get typically the environment you have in Logan, right? But maybe that can be a bad thing. Can a crowd put you to sleep? What are the takeaways? What do you think about playing these neutral site tournaments, man?
It's definitely something you got to get used to. We've had great fan bases over the last couple of years coming down, though, so that's super fun to play in front of them. I think a lot of it is just locking in with your teammates and kind of just ignoring the outside noise. Usually San Diego State has a bunch of fans and stuff like that, so it is nice playing on neutral, though, just because it's super hard playing on the road, as you've seen in our last game. But, neutral games are good. I always like playing neutral games. So.
Maybe you hope that with what you guys did last year in the tournament, that gave some more fans some maybe hadn't been before. But you think maybe this could be a bigger crowd for you?
Yeah, absolutely. And I've heard a bunch of people are going, so hopefully they show up to that. I know Boucher's going. He said last year was his first time he's ever been, and we won it. So he said he's coming back. But hopefully we get a good crowd. I'm really looking forward to it, and it was a great time last year for the fans who went. So hopefully they can come back.
You ever met Kellen Moore at one of those? He goes just about every year, too.
Yeah, I've met him a couple times. He's a great guy. I think Leon's really good friends with him, so that'd be cool to see him there again. I knew he went last year, so that'd be awesome.